Hi guys, in this tutorial I'm gonna solve question number 9, paper 13, November 2010. A geometric progression has first term 100 and the sum to infinity is 2000. Find the second term. First, this is a geometric progression. It's given the first term means a is equal to 100. Sum to infinity is equal to 2000. Write the equation of sum to infinity, which is a over 1 minus r. Sum to infinity is 2000. First term is 100 over 1 minus r. Cross multiplication and solve the equation to get the value of r. You can divide it both by 100 before using cross multiplication. You can cross multiplication, expand and simplify. You will get the value of r, which is 19 over 20. After finding the value of r, he asked to get the second term, u2, which is ar. A, the first term, which is 100. R is 19 divided by 20. Simplify your answer, you'll get it 95. Part B, an arithmetic progression, given the third term, given the fifth term. Part 2, Part B, we are dealing with arithmetic progression. It's given U3 and U5. Try to form two equations and solve. U3 is 90 and U5 is 80. So to get A and R, U3, third term, which is A plus 2D is equal to 90. U5 is A plus 4D is equal to 80. Solve these equations simultaneously. You can find A 100 and D is -5. Or you can find D, U5 minus U3 divided by 5 minus 3. U5, which is 80, minus 90 divided by 5 minus 3. So the answer is -10 divided by 2. So D is equal to -5. Then substitute by first or second equation. You will get A is 100. Part 2, find the value of M given that the sum of the first M terms is equal to the sum of the first M plus 1 term. In general, Sn means what? The sum of the first n. The sum of the first n is n over 2, 2a plus n minus 1 times t. It's given the sum of the first m, so will be m over 2, 2a plus m minus 1 times d. It's given Sm is equal Sm plus 1. How to get Sm plus 1 is m plus 1 divided by 2. 2a plus n will be m plus 1 minus 1 times d. You can write Sm is equal to Sm plus 1. Equate. We already have value of a and d in both. By equating, take your time, solve the equation, find the value of m. But if you notice that this is Sm and the Sm plus 1, if we have sum of m terms and the sum of m terms plus 1 are equal, this means the last term is equal to 0. Sm and the Sm plus 1 is equal. This means the last term, which is its order m plus 1 is 0. So m plus 1 is equal to 0. If you understand this point, you can form the equation directly and solve it. Um plus 1, we already have the nth term, is a plus m minus 1 times d. But this is um1, so replace n with m plus 1. So a plus, remove n, and write m plus 1 minus 1 times d have to be 0. If you simplify, so a plus md is equal to 0. We have value of a, which is 100. And we already have value of d, which is -5. So if we equate with 0 and solve your equation, you will get m is equal to 20. By the same way, if we equate these two equations after substituting by the values of a and d, it will take a longer time, but you will get the same value of m. Find the value of n given that the sum of the first n is 0. Sum of the first term, Sn is 0. So n over 2 to a plus n minus 1 times d is equal to 0. N over 2. A is 100. 2 times 100 is 200. Plus n minus 1 times negative 5 is equal to 0. Simplify n over 2. 200 minus 5n plus 5 is equal to 0. N over 2, 205 minus 5n is equal to 0. If we have two factors equal to 0, n over 2 is equal to 0. So n is equal to 0, but rejected, 5n is equal to 0. And solve the equation, you can get the value of n, which is equal to 41. That's it. Thank you.